Hello everyone, welcome to Conversations with Sakeina. Today we're going to take a look at something that's been on my mind. So I'm going to ask Sakeina, what is the significance to the United States or the American people of the assassination attempt, Biden and the illness, the outage, and Biden stepping down happening in basically a single week? What is the significance to the United States or the American people? So that's what we want to know today. So let us see what Sakeina has to share about that. And remember, Sakeina is my spirit guide. I call her my main guide. She's been with me since birth, and we've worked together since 2006. When I got to know her. All right. So, what is the significance to the United States or the American people of the assassination attempt, Biden and the illness, the outage, and Biden stepping down happening in basically a single week? So, we have the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Four of Swords, and the Four of Wands. Okay, so the first thing that I see here is that we have earth, we have water, we have air, and we have fire. So this is what I call a spiritual reading. What she's sharing with this, with the four different elements, is that this is something that is universally planned. It's meant to happen. It's the way things are supposed to go. It is beyond human control. These things are happening step by step as they're meant to. And if you see here, we have many, what I would term many different religions. And we have the High Priestess reading tarot cards. So this would be hidden knowledge. And then we have two fours. Fours are about stability and structure, foundations. So apparently what's happening right now, what happened in basically a single week, has been destined to happen and has been being prepared for a long, long time. It is currently hidden knowledge. All the information about it is hidden. Spirit knows, the universe knows, because they're helping to make it happen. And the point here is for the stability and the structure, the foundation for changing the truth of things, for basically creating a better world. So let's see what else she has to share about this. We have the Mother of Earth, or Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Five of Swords. I believe what she's saying here is that every man and woman on the planet is going to be fighting with their emotions, be struggling to control their emotions. And the King of Cups is all about control. He's gone through the gamut of emotions and has learned how to control. And part of this plan, part of what the universe is attempting to teach, is tolerance. Helping man and woman, humans, to learn to control their emotions. And there are going to be some truths that come out that are going to be extremely difficult for many to handle. It's going to be very similar to this spider who is winding up its prey to eat it, basically, That's kind of the energy here, is that many are going to feel as though they're victims, being victimized. But if you can keep in mind that this is a teaching situation, that will help keep control of emotions. So let's see what else is going on here. We have the Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man, Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Part of this also with this Son of Fire, these are the knights, Knight of Wands, the ones who are very active in the fight, so to speak, what they perceive as a fight. So having all of these things happen at once, and probably a lot more coming up very soon, the point is to create a new perspective and to open the eyes, so to speak, to the truths, the dynamic energy of the truth about how certain behaviors, certain ways of being, certain actions can create basically a nightmare for all involved, which in this case we've asked, specifically about United States or American people. There are those who need their eyes open, who need to change their perspective, who need to see the world completely differently, so that we can go from this nightmare energy to the Two of Cups, which is a connection with all. It is love. This is the purpose behind everything that is happening, to change the world over to one of cruelty, anger, overreactions, to one of unconditional love and connection between all. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and Temperance. So what Sakeina is saying here with the cards is that change is inevitable on the earth. It is what happens. Everything is cyclic. There are many different kinds of cycles, and those are natural. It's the universal way. So Sakeina is saying change is going to happen. This cycle has to take place, which is why it is happening at this moment. And she's saying that it is necessary for people to decide what they believe. Maybe decide that equality is ever so much better. I mean, this is what the universe wants to see. It's what's changing in the world, is instead of having those who are actively wishing to fight, it'll be a coming together. The decision will be equality and connection, stable connections on this earth. That is the balance. It needs to come back into balance. So let's see if there's anything more she would like to share. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Wands. And here again we have all four elements: Pentacles, or earth, air, water, and wands, or fire. So again, she's reminding us this is a spiritual situation. The whole point here is to get everyone to an energy in which they can create the kind of life they want to have. Pretty much getting back to the basics, making sure that the energy is one where everyone has everything that they need. And she's saying that this is a learning situation. It's going to take learning how to communicate, learning how to be tolerant of beliefs, using your mind. And it's going to bring some disappointment to some, and it's going to obviously bring some conflict before it's all said and done, before we get to this point. This is pretty much where we're at right now. This is a learning process. It's all a learning process for humans. So let's see what else she has to share. If you hear some odd noises, that is my Chihuahua. So we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Fool. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Chariot. So with the Eight of Swords, Sakeina is saying here with this card that there are things that people are not going to want to see. They prefer to believe as they believe, and they don't want to see. So perhaps they're wearing blinders. Perhaps they're feeling victimized because things are not going the way that they hope. And what she's saying here is that is not at all the case. You need to take off the blinders. You need to stop choosing to be the victim and really look at the truth of things. At that point, it's a whole new beginning. All of the old beliefs are gone, and you're ready to start over with determining new beliefs, new ways to communicate, new ways to do things. A baby comes into the world with absolutely no expectation. Their hope is to be nurtured and cared for, or it's not even a hope. It's just as it should be. This is what we are supposed to do, or what is supposed to happen when we come into this world. So Sakeina is saying this is where we need to be. A clean slate for everyone. The end of all the old beliefs that don't serve us in any way, shape, or form. And whether we like it or not, this is the motion that is happening. The Chariot is moving us forward specifically with this. So what has happened with all of these things that have happened basically through this 1 week, again, the assassination attempt, Biden and the illness, the outage, and Biden stepping down, is all for this purpose. It's all for helping people realize that their beliefs are not as important as is believed by each individual human. That it's time to connect, time to clean the slate, time to end the destruction and move forward. So let's see what she has for a bottom card here. We have the Ace of Air. So the Ace of Swords which is starting completely over in the world of how we think, how we believe, how we communicate as a people. This is powerful. And she's also saying with these cards, since we have zodiac symbols here and planetary symbols, is it's in the stars. It's written in the stars. Again, the universe is saying there is nothing we can do about this change. It is inevitable, and it is the way that it's going to go, no matter how much conflict we put into things. No matter how we try to make it not happen, the balance is going to take place. It's going to come together in a whole new way, and the slate will be cleaned. Each one of us will be cleaned. We'll all be starting over. So that is the information that we are getting from Sakeina about the significance of everything that's happened very recently. So until next time, take care.